All right, we're back, everyone, and I am so excited to welcome you to the first ever WCBI Macaroni and Cheese Cook-Off. We have a lot of great cooks here at WCBI, and some of them are presenting their best mac and cheese dishes for us today. Our panel of contestants include Courtney Robb, our weekend sports anchor, Isaac Williams, our chief meteorologist and sunrise weather anchor, Eric Lamkin, our 6 p.m. news producer, Stephanie Poole, our weekend news anchor, and Desmond Matthews, WCBI news reporter. Macaroni cookers, welcome.
Thank you.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, a few words, but they had a whole lot to say going into this. We got to find out what's so special about all this mac and cheese. So I want to give each of you a chance to tell me what's in your mac and cheese, what makes it so great, and then we're going to have a panel of expert judges that will join us later in the show. So Desmond, we're going to start with you. Tell us about this mac and cheese you've brought and what makes it so special.
This mac and cheese, I learned how to make it about 4 years ago. I was working at Cracker Barrel, and one of the backup cooks was telling me, you know, this is how we make it here, but let's make it another way. And he wrote it down on my, on my notepad on my phone, and he told me how to make it. So it's basically just elbow macaroni noodles, and then you make a cheese sauce. So you get a heavy whipping cream, butter, and then you add any cheese of your choice. And I use triple shredded cheese. And then as I'm going through it, I put the cheese sauce, I layer it off with mozzarella cheese, and I just keep stacking it up until I get a cheese coat on the top, and I stick it in the oven, and voila.
I've never seen the mac and cheese prepared in the cast iron skillet, so I'm excited about that. So we're going to call that the Cracker Barrel 2.0 mac and cheese.
There you go. There you go.
All right, so let's move down to Isaac. Isaac, who, I mean, really, you're sort of a dessert maker. The folks on Sunrise can attest to this.
Yes.
But you're also sort of a side dish maker. Tell us about your mac and cheese.
So this came out of a cookbook I received at a Dirty Santa event years ago. And basically, it has ground turkey in there, buried within. But I think the key ingredient to this, I think, is nutmeg. And I know that sounds very weird. There's just 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg in this dish, so it's not crazy. There's also some cayenne pepper in there. I think those two ingredients should set it apart. But yeah, there's 6 cups of cheese with the supply stuff. I had to sub some stuff here and there, but overall, I've made it like 3 times. And I'm super excited to have everyone try it.
All right, we're going to move to Stephanie now, your next door neighbor there. And by the way, I'm intrigued by the buried beneath what's under there. So, all right, Steph, what you got?
So this is my infamous mac and cheese. I make this every Thanksgiving, and you know, I come into the newsroom almost every week talking about my mac and cheese, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think we have a good recipe going on here. I too have heavy whipping cream, butter, flour, of course cheese. So I have Munster, I have smoked cheddar, Colby Jack, mozzarella, and there's one more. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cheese going on in here, but I'm really excited to try this, and I think that my family will like it this Thanksgiving. So hopefully, once again, we'll take that trophy.
Do you mean
home.
your work family or your actual family?
Both families.
Yeah. So we're going to come back, and we've got to get Eric and Courtney when we come back. But to the 3 who've already presented, is this a side dish or is it a main dish?
Side.
It's a side
Most
dish.
definitely a side.
Since mine has meat in it, I'm going to say main dish. Normally, I would agree with him, though.
All right.
Side
If it's a late night thing, I would say main, just to kind of get a bowl of mac real quick.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick break, come back, and hear some more recipes. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, everyone, to our mac and cheese cook-off. And before we get back into the kitchen to these great cooks here, here's what they're playing for. It is the Mac and Cheese Championship Trophy. Who's going to get it? Let's go back into the kitchen. Courtney Robb, you're up next. Tell us what's in it.
Well, my mac and cheese is a 3-cheese mac and cheese. I actually started it because no one in my family made a mac and cheese during the holidays, and I always felt like it was sort of a staple you wanted to have. So the key ingredients are obviously macaroni noodles, 3 different cheeses. You have to have cheddar, you have to have grated Parmesan. However, the 3rd cheese honestly is really up to you, whatever you want to do and whatever available at the grocery store. I start off by making a roux, a thick cheese sauce, and then I put it in the oven with a great panko breadcrumb topping on top, and everyone's smelling the garlic-infused olive oil that goes in it. So a lot of flavor going on in here, got all the elements, so it's a fan favorite.
She used the term roux and garlic infused. So guys, it's a lot to live up to.
Here we go.
Eric Lamkin is our 6 p.m. producer. He cooks up some good newscasts for us every night. Eric, tell us about the mac and cheese.
This is the all-American mac and cheese, and this is my mom's recipe. I got her to write it down several years ago so I could cook it at home, and in our family, mac and cheese was not a side dish. It was the entree. It was the main course, and I couldn't tell you what we served with it, if anything, because it was always like that was the start of the thing. It's simple, relatively speaking. You got a pound of Velveeta. That's the cheese. One cheese. That's all you need. You whip up some eggs, some milk, regular macaroni. You get once you cook your macaroni up, lay the cheese in there to let it melt. The only thing I've done differently over the years, I tweak the recipe here and there. Of course, you can see there's only one size of this. That's what the recipe calls for, so it's the family size. But the one thing I've changed over the years is I believe in the philosophy that bacon makes everything better.
Oh,
and so
True.
so I do about half a pack of bacon and crumble it up and sprinkle it in there and take a little bit of the bacon grease and kind of cook it in there with the egg and milk mixture.
I'm gonna just tell you, the bacon has me intrigued, but really, Eric, you had me at Velveeta. I'm just gonna tell you right there. It sounds
That's
a lot
really
like,
all you need for good mac and cheese.
absolutely. It sounds a lot like my mom. So the second most important part of this is coming up after the break. Our judges are going to get around the table and we're going to give it all a test and crown our mac and cheese champ. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone. Our judges have joined us. General Manager Derek Rogers, Sports Director John Sokoloff, WCBI News Anchor Winston Reed, and reporter Stephen Pempo. They're all here. Are your palates clear and are you ready?
Yes, they are clear.
All right, we want to let our audience know this is a blind taste test. So we've got all of these mac and cheese samples numbered, randomly numbered. They have no idea whose belongs to who. So we're going to get started. We've got about 5 minutes, guys. So let's start with number one. Take cup number one. We've got these nice, cute little forks. Everybody give it a taste.
Let's do it.
And there will be a vote.
I think this one's got a little meat in there. Is that what it is? A little meat? Little meat action?
I like how it's crusted too.
Crusted top, yeah.
Crusted top, a little meat action
Some
going.
onions. Some onions there for
So
flavor.
could you see this as an entree or a side dish, number one?
Oh, entree, for sure. When you get meat in there, you can't just have the starch, it's not enough.
Is there a little spice on it?
I don't know if
Number
there's
one?
spice.
There's onion that's providing some flavor.
Definitely some growth in
Winston's
here.
really quiet. I'm thinking you're liking it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
some
good.
bread crust
But it's
in
more
there.
side dish to me though.
Calm
More of a
onion
side
there.
dish.
How is meat a side dish, Winston?
Are we ready to move on to number two, everybody? Everybody good?
go ahead.
Take notes. Think about what you want here.
That was really good.
All right, number two.
Okay.
I will say number two looks a lot like
A casserole.
what I would
It
have
is.
growing up at
Yeah,
home.
this
That's
is
a nice
your
corner.
traditional
It's just
mac
a-
and cheese right here.
I think so.
Baked dish.
This one's a little hard to cut. I don't know if it's a fork problem or a thickness problem, but
Oh, there's something in
That's
there
when
that's
you don't
adding a
use the
little
fork at
extra
all.
something. What do you think?
very
Steven
good.
said, forget the fork. I'm just taking it with my hand here.
That's right.
This one's a little.
Number two
You
is
know, that's not a bad call.
it's homemade style. Number one was like restaurant style.
Anything special about number
a
two?
little spicy.
Very cheesy. I like
Cheesy?
the middle gooiness.
Okay.
I like how substantial it is. Lots
Okay.
of.
All right, let's move on to number three. Here we go. Number three. Everybody ready?
Let's do it.
Lamb.
This has a nice golden look to it. I will
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Looks a little bit more like my speed.
I will say all these are baked. All of these.
All of them. Okay.
Okay.
This one's really cheesy.
It's really cheesy.
There's a lot of cheese in here.
Cheese overload right now.
Too much cheese?
No,
That's not a thing.
No such thing. No such thing.
Okay, no such thing. I'm liking this. I can see like a nice slice of glazed ham with this particular mac
Oh,
and
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah.
Definitely. For sure.
I think with this one, I'm tasting some different cheeses too. Like
Maybe
that
a-
blend of.
So several different cheeses in number three.
I
I don't
think
think there's
so.
anything else in it, though.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So far we've got one that has meat in it. All right, let's move on to number four.
This is going to be hard to do, guys.
Very.
This one has got a crusty top, so I'm
I
intrigued
like
right
this
away.
type. Yeah.
This is what I was used to.
There's some
Thanksgiving.
crunchiness.
It's my style.
Ooh. Okay. Number 4.
Very, very delicious.
Anything with burned cheese, I'll like.
Definitely some garlic or something in there.
Yeah. It's legit. Number 4. All of it's good.
Oh, I like that crusted
I
top
like the
right there.
crust.
Very nice crust.
It's like a buttery crust.
But so is this still a side dish or is there?
This is a side.
This is a side.
Yeah.
That's a side.
What makes a side or an entree to me, Andre, is the amount of it, not the fact that it's like, as long as it's good enough and there's enough of it to eat,
Enough of it to
can be
eat
an
doesn't
entree.
matter. So it doesn't have to have like meat. There's no other. Okay.
All right, come on, Pimpo.
All right. Okay, guys, we're
The
down
French
to.
fries a meal?
It could be.
It can be.
No.
If it's a super sized fry, it's a meal. Well, there you
enough.
go.
I'm with Sokolov on
Thank
this
you.
one, too.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to number 5. This is our final one.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
5.
This one looks more old-fashioned.
It does.
Got to start with the crusted top.
Yep.
So this has been. It feels like it's been baked and then like.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh man, this one
That's solid.
just stuck to the basics and delivered. I'll say
Right.
that.
Good.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good top.
Now, what I heard a little bit
Oh, yeah.
from our chefs, and again, we don't know who
peanut
they are,
gallery?
but we heard a
Yeah.
little bit of a reaction to that comment
We're
from me, so
hearing
I don't know what
something.
that means, but
I think they're generally
So
just
for
laughing
those
at
of
Try
us
not
who-
to make eye contact with the peanut gallery over there.
I'm not even looking at them.
Those of us who like this as a side dish, what do you like to have with your mac and cheese then? Was there any certain meat? Is there.
Yeah.
Anything.
You want exactly.
Honestly,
You're saying
Andrea,
yams.
the meat with number 1, I don't know what meat it is, but that type of steak is real good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
That's
turkey.
good. I don't know if it's turkey, is it?
Might be turkey.
Sausage,
is.
maybe?
These
Seasonal.
are all good.
I feel like there was some bacon somewhere in here. In one of
have been.
these. All right, well, I tell you what, get your votes in your head. We're going to go to break and we're going to crown a champion, a mac and cheese champion, when we come back. Stay with us. All right, we're back, everyone, and it is time to present the WCBI Golden Noodle. Our social media producer and resident arts and crafts expert, Emma Rose Davis, is here with the trophy. Okay, our judges have made their decisions, right, guys? This took a while, but
Yeah, it took a minute. It's
on the
tough.
count of 3, I want you to reveal your choice. Just turn around so we can see the number, okay? On the count of 3, are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 1, 2, 3.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Quattro.
5.
Oh,
5, okay.
So it appears number 4 is going to be our winner.
3-1 victory.
All right. I will say this also, had it been a tie, or if everyone had chosen something different, I would have to break the tie, and guess what it would have been? Number 4 was going to be my choice as well. All right, come on around. Courtney Robb is our mac and cheese winner.
I'm doing like Sokolov here. I'm gonna
So
try
tell us, Courtney, the guys here need to know, the judges, what was so special about yours? What do you think they loved about it? You heard them.
I think honestly it just has a really good balance of flavor, and that's what I try to do. Also, it's got like a nice, I try really hard on the cheese sauce, so it's this like nice gooey filling to sort of balance out the really
I'm going to tell
crunchy
you,
top.
it was the crunch for me.
The crunchy
Yeah,
top.
it was the crunch for me.
And then what was the seasoning? The seasoning
A big
was
hand
really
for all
good,
of our
too.
mac and cheese makers. You guys were great. Fantastic.
Everybody's a winner.
All right, we got to come up with another dish for next time. That's our show. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.